Yeah, and for all intents and purposes, if one person would have laid a block instead of celebrating an interception, Texas wins that game against Georgia this last week.
Going back to our bracket then, here's what we've got. We have now picked round one is complete. Well, round one is complete. We're on to the quarterfinals here. Our hypothetical games are Texas against Arizona State, Ohio State against Oregon, Penn State against Boise State, and Notre Dame against Georgia. As we know, Arizona State, Oregon, Boise State, and Georgia all have bye weeks the first week. So, looking at the quarterfinals, let us jump over to, what are we going to do first? Texas and Arizona State. This is the game we have come up with. Ben, you get to go first. What do you got?
Well, the good thing for this is that Arizona State gets that little extra time to kind of game plan for either one team that will come out of this. This one would be Texas. All you need is some sort of, not wishing harm on any player, all you need is some sort of little injury to happen to Texas potentially, and you just gave Kenny Dillingham a little bit of time to do some magic. This is another, I don't know if this would actually be an upset. I don't care. Give me Arizona State. Let's go.
Arizona State taking down the Longhorns. Bryce.
I love Kenny Dillingham, and then Scatterball I think he's going to become a favorite and a beloved treasure in this country after that game. But I got to stick with my Texas pick, so give me the Horns.
All right. Going for Texas. All right, Justin.
Yeah. ASU just looks like, an outlier in this whole college football playoff bracket. It just looks really weird seeing ASU there to begin with. ASU is confident. I will say that, young coach, riding a lot of momentum, but I just don't think they're kind of there with this level of team. Scatterboo is, going to become more of a household name than he already is by the end of this. And but Texas is just too good overall, especially defensively. So Texas is going to win this one.
Lost my spot. Texas. All right. Texas taking the lead on this one. Mac?
Sam Leavitt's not a bad quarterback. And I think it's probably pretty simple to call this, that Texas is just going to probably roll Arizona State. But I think it's funny how we all got on, Notre Dame for losing to NIU. But I didn't hear one single person. Okay, except for Justin. Congratulations, Justin. You're better than all of us.
No, it's dangerous to start using schedule as a way to pick a game that hasn't happened yet. We talked about that before, how the football math doesn't always add up,
We did, yeah, and you're still wrong. But I didn't hear anybody. Sorry, buddy. I didn't hear anybody get on Arizona State for losing to Texas Tech and Cincinnati. And last I checked, Cincinnati doesn't have Luke Fickell anymore, so clearly they're in the trash. Texas is going to win this. They're just the stronger team.
What was that other game? There was another game that they should have lost against a nobody that they barely pulled out. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll look it up.
UCF, Texas State.
Was it Texas State? I think it was. Yeah, it was.
31-28. Yeah, they should have lost that.
They should have lost that game.
Yeah.
Rob, what do you think?
So for Darth Duck, you said, man, Texas isn't that good. They play in the SEC. Look at the beginning of the college football playoff. There's only 3 teams that have won it all that aren't SEC. So put that in perspective. If you want to go back more, look at how many times an SEC team has won the national championship since 2000. So I wouldn't say, man, it's the SEC. But yeah, if you look at that, Georgia game, you are looking at, they played a really elite defense. I think that talent-wise matched up against, Georgia. They were good. Those were the only 2 games they lost. And, I just think they're far more superior in talent than Arizona State. Again, Arizona State is an outlier. It makes me think, like, are these the best teams we have to get a bye? And should conference winners automatically be awarded a bye week. I say no, so give me Texas.
Yeah, and for all intents and purposes, if one person would have laid a block instead of celebrating an interception, Texas wins that game against Georgia this last week. Like honestly, that pick would have been a pick six.
So Ben is the only one going for Arizona State on this one.
That's why he turned his camera off.
That's why he turned his camera.
Yep.
All right,
Bye,
go back
Ben.
to our
Hide your
bracket. Then
face
we're
in
gonna
shame.
have. We need to pick who's going to be playing Texas. Is it going to be Ohio State or Oregon?
Oh yeah, this is gonna be
That's
fun.
the game we're going to next.
Sam Hartman's looking downfield for Adrian.
Oh! Carter almost has a one-handed catch.
Almost.